These beautiful notebooks were a lovely gift from Paperground, and it was quite unexpected because they just reached out to me on Reddit and offered to send me these beautiful notebooks. I chose these specific ones because I really love the art. They have just different notebooks, different styles, and each of them has a different cover. And I think it's from different artists as well. I picked this one specifically because it has a grid, which I do prefer. I especially like the quality of the paper. It was really nice and it doesn't bleed at all, so that's wonderful. I am planning on using this specific one as a bullet journal of sorts. It's just for scheduling and maybe as an extra journal as well. And they also created this bookmark, which is customized and has my name on it, which is really sweet. My field notes finally arrived, and I'm really excited because this is the first time that I'm ordering field notes. I didn't know what to expect because when you see photos, you can't really tell how big the notebook is going to be or how it's going to feel. I think in the photos it always looked a little bit bigger, but I'm so in love with this size. I think it's such a perfect size for small notes. And I got the grid one because I just prefer grid in everything that I have. I don't think I have anything that has lines or blank pages or anything like that. Not even bullets. I tried the bullets, but I wasn't a big fan. I think grid just works really well, mainly because it really helps me to stay in line when I'm writing. So I think this is gonna be perfect for me. And I went ahead and created some custom stickers, and I kind of used the field notes design. I used their font and I modeled it after this one. This was a freebie that came in with the field notes. It's just a calendar, but I wanted to create a similar design. So I have these rounded edges here and these little details here that they put. I think it just made more sense in order to use it in the field notes, for it to be this kind of size and just to be able to slide it in. So I needed some bullet points so I can indicate which subjects I'm talking about. And I also created these little cute stickers, which are illustrations from my journal that I turned into cute little stickers. I also have this in color in my planner kit that I haven't finished yet. I'm working on that, and I will probably finish it next week. I'm not sure. It's a big project that I started, and that one is for my Hobonichi Weeks. So I'm really hoping to finish it, but it has the same illustrations just with color. Here is a sneak peek of the ones that are actually colored in, and this will be obviously much smaller. This is just zooming in, but this will be for the Hobonichi Weeks, while these are just the line art for the field notes. I thought it just matched the craft aesthetic, so I think it really works for field notes. But yeah, this is like the one that I'll be using for my planner. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. It comes in threes. It's a little bit damaged from the transfer, but I don't mind it. Every time I see photos online of the field notes, the books seem so damaged and sort of used, and I think that's actually really nice. It shows that people are actually using them in their daily lives. And even those smudges and wrinkles and all of that, they sort of tell a story. So I think it's really nice to see used books. Even though I try to keep most of my notebooks pristine, I do enjoy when I see crinkled ones and like heavily used, because it just tells a story. It tells a story, and I think it's part of the whole experience of writing and keeping a notebook. So yeah, this one it's just so pretty. I love craft. These are just my two favorite styles, craft and line art, and the more colorful and kawaii style. So those are the two favorites that I have so far. And okay, so this is the lines here are sort of yellow gold. I did not expect that. I thought it would be just a standard sort of grayish grid, but I really like this. And the first page here, you can write a few details, and I'll be using this first page to create a key with my bullet points here. This is so cute. I love the size. I think it's perfect for little notes. And I'll probably be doing like 2 columns here for notes and for the bullet points to go in. And then we have the last page, which has a ruler here. Oh, and it gives you ideas on how to use it. That's really nice. I generally do prefer a smaller grid. I think this is 5mm grid. I do prefer the 3mm grid that Hobonichi offers, because I just generally prefer to have smaller handwriting. And there's 3 of them, so I'm not sure if I'll be adding any stickers here. It looks like it could use some design. I think that's why they leave this space empty here, so you can just add your own stickers or drawings, doodles. I'm not sure if I'll be adding something, but for now I'll just be using these 2. Perhaps I can put one of these on the cover. Haven't decided yet, but yeah, I think this is gonna be really nice. I've decided to use this as sort of a commonplace notebook, and I have a few ideas on what I want to write here. I thought about, because I'm learning German, I wanted to be able to take some notes in German when I read certain articles or books. I want to take notes of the new words that I'm learning. And also, I don't currently have a sketchbook or somewhere where I can draw ideas about like new designs, new stickers, new products and stuff like that. So I think I'll be doing it here. And this is just mainly for brainstorming and just really writing down whatever comes to mind. And because I already have a commonplace notebook, and it's the Hobonichi plain notebook, the small one. I have this as a commonplace notebook, but the difference is that the information that I write here is things that I will go back to. So it's more like an archive, but I don't want this to be the same way. I want this to be more like something that I write a bunch of things in, and then I don't really come back to it. I just archive it. I don't want to use this as something that I would need to come back to, because sometimes I just need to put out the information just to process it or to generate ideas, but then I want to transfer that to other notebooks if it's something that I will be doing, like a project. I don't know, I want to have a very specific use for every notebook that I have, and I don't want to have notebooks that have the same exact use. I'm going to be losing notes if I put it in here and I don't transfer it somewhere else. So I'm planning to always transfer the important notes in my other notebooks or my planner or specific notebooks that I have for specific projects. Like for example, in my planner, I have 2 smaller notebooks here that I use for specific projects. And every time I need to work on that project, I just go back to the specific notebook and it just makes sense. But if I keep having information here and there, I will just lose it. And no matter how much archiving I do with bullet points and all that, I don't think I can come back to this for important information. So this will be commonplace notebooks that are mainly for brainstorming and processing ideas, thoughts, anything that comes to mind, even for projects. But again, anything that is important will be transferred to another notebook. It will not just be here. But I think they will work really well as brainstorming commonplace notebooks. I'm not sure if that's a thing, but I guess it is now. But yeah, I will be doing flip-throughs, but I really don't want to have to come back to it to search for important information. So yeah, that's how I'll be using the field notes specifically. So far, I've been really loving the process of journaling like this every day. I do have another Hobonichi plain notebook for next year, but I'm not sure if I'm going to continue this specific style for next year because this is just the beginning of the year. I'm not sure what will happen by the end of the year or what might change and what I might want to do for next year. But so far, I've been enjoying the whole process a lot, and I love the consistency. I love to see the same layout every day, so I think I'll definitely keep it for this year, but next year I'm not sure what I might want. And this one is my Hobonichi plain notebook A5 size, and I use it as a commonplace notebook, but also to keep important information. So I do come back to this. And I try to write things that are really important to me, that I have to remember. And it really helps me because every time I go back to it, each page contains very important information that I couldn't find anywhere else in other notebooks. So I think this one is my most useful notebook, even though I'm not using it every day. But I think it's my most useful. By the end of the year, when it's full, I'll be keeping it around because I will need that information from it. So yeah, it has been really nice so far. I'm very happy with the Hobonichi, although I do find that I need more space for my to-do list, or sometimes I want to write down everything that I did in a specific timeline. So I think for next year, I'm gonna go for the Hobonichi Cousin because the weeks in the Hobonichi Cousin has the whole day laid out in specific times. So I think that would be more useful for me. I found that by writing everything that I do in specific timelines helps me to understand and have a better concept of time and utilize my time in a more efficient way. And then also when I go back to it, I can remember more specifically what I did and how I spent my time that day, which is very useful for me because I often do forget what happened that day. So that would be super helpful for me. This year I have committed to the week, so I will be sticking to it. But next year I think I'm going for the Cousin. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this update on my notebooks, and I'll see you in the next one.